Weekend, left-wing terrorists, and they are associated with Antifa, attacked a pro-police rally, Back the Blue, in Denver, Colorado. Colorado State Representative Patrick Neville spoke at the rally. He joins us tonight. Mr. Neville, thanks so much for coming on. I read your pre-interview, and it made my heart beat fast. I don't know if we have enough time for you to go through the whole thing, but give us the kind of summary of what you experienced this weekend at this rally.
Well, essentially, we went up there and knowing that it would be dangerous, we actually had some volunteers accompany us from a local gun shop, DCF Guns, in my district, myself and Michelle Malkin, and we were essentially surrounded by Antifa. I mean, we're talking outnumbered 4-to-1. We were actually lower in elevation than the way the facility worked out, and we were completely surrounded, and then before I know it, we were on stage. Well, behind us, one of my friends was beaten down by 4 to 5 Antifa members. The folks that we had there volunteering had to kick those folks off of him. And then eventually we had to actually evacuate. And had it not been, quite frankly, for someone who I'd met moments before, ushering us into her car, I don't know if we would have gotten out of there unscathed. I mean, meantime, we were pushed around, we were spit on, we had things thrown at us. Michelle Malkin lost one of her shoes. My friend was severely beaten, had a black eye after it was done. We didn't have a single chance to speak. I mean, the band barely started even playing. And all this occurred right on the stage of the facility where we were supposed to be having our rally. It wasn't like it was a minor scuffle on the outskirts of the rally. It was right there on the stage.
You're a lawmaker. I mean, what country is this? And more to the point, where were the police? Why wasn't someone protecting you?
And that is the concern. I mean, I'm the House Republican leader in Colorado, the House Minority Leader, and so if it can happen to me and they can prevent me from speaking, they can really do this to anyone. And so it's really concerning because I think the order probably came up to stand down. We had the police union chief out there actually saying there was a stand down order. I don't know if that came from the mayor or even the governor, but we've had a serious problem with complete lawlessness here in Denver, and to the point where you can't even show up to what should be a family-friendly Back the Blue rally, a properly permitted rally, and we were just totally attacked by thugs committing total violence to try to silence our speech.
You have media outlets in Denver. It's a big city. Did this get any coverage? The violence against you?
No, in fact, actually the opposite happened. We had a local anchor here, Kyle Clark, who was tweeting out and basically making fun of the situation and even said there was bonus points for those people who can identify me. And then on top of that, we just have this total lawlessness that's just creeping into, it's not just in Denver, it's actually creeping into the suburbs as well.
That's just absolutely horrifying. What about other political leaders in the state? I mean, if they allow if they allow a sitting lawmaker to be attacked and driven away, but with violence, I mean, what happens next? And what are they doing about it?
They're doing nothing about it whatsoever, and so I think we really need to appeal to the president. It's time that we actually have an investigation about what actually happened, but not only that, I think it's time that we actually have a stand your ground law in each state. The police weren't there to protect us. Had it not been for the volunteers that I had from the local gun shop, and then another state representative was a former police officer, I don't know if we would have gotten out of there unscathed, and we were the lucky ones. We got out unscathed, but there were many folks that came out with huge gashes, had to go to the ER afterwards. Like I said, a former soldier of mine was stomped on and beaten down, and this all occurred right on the stage. We had the protesters came up and knocked down microphones, knocked down speakers, and I'm not talking just the speakers, but the actual property, and pushed and shoved Michelle Malkin and I around, and it was a very dangerous situation. I'm a combat vet, was a captain in the Army, and this is by far the most dangerous situation I have been in since I've been in combat.
It's so shocking. It's so shocking. The Democratic Party is abetting this, and normal people are going to get very radical if this continues. I hate to say that, but it's true, and we all know it's true. Representative Neville, I'm glad you're okay. I really appreciate your telling your story tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
California Governor Gavin Newsom thinks that